Hello, welcome to part 2. I just want to do one quick clarification. In the first part, the beast card, when I drew the enemy card, the beast had already activated. In that instance, the leftmost unit would have gone, so the fighter would have gone before the rogue. But each enemy unit will activate at least once before I have to reset. There, my rogue continued to explore the dungeon up there to the left. Enemy card shows rogue, and I believe the bonus is more movement. I had first put the rogue adjacent to the beast here and made a melee attack, but then I realized the enemy rogue did have missile range on the beast, and her missile attack actually gave her a 1 more damage bonus, so she would have done that first. And that 1 additional damage is just enough to take out my beast. I lose my first unit in the game. But I do have a tactic card that states if I can get one of my units back to one of the starting points, I could get a unit back. That's what I was pointing there to the right. Only problem is all my units are moving 3, and with exception to the rogue who moves 4. So I have to try to get them back to their starting space and try to get the crystals and try to take out a unit to give me some more time. This crystal allows me to take another one of my units and give it a movement of 7. So here I'm just trying to figure out which unit would work better to do that, whether it be the fighter or the wizard, and I drew the wizard. I'm checking my movement here, including that first water space that would add 1 to my movement. It's just enough to get that wizard into the dungeon. If you can see it through the glare, there is a little blue space in this dungeon. That is a spell space, and only a wizard can go through it. And the wizard has to pay 2 mana in order to get through it. But I can avoid that little red space, which is an enemy unit. And this crystal revives all ammo and all mana on all my units. Here I moved my fighter and I make an attack, not realizing that that would have been 2 actions for that fighter. So I end up having to take the attack back. I'm so used to games where you move and attack all in 1 turn. Some tactic cards are for multiplayer games, and I didn't have them all sorted out yet. So as I went through my tactic deck, I did find some tactics that were only for multiplayer. I must have been distracted here because I think I take 2 turns with this wizard. She makes 2 attacks on my fighter. So my fighter probably wouldn't have been taken out right here, but I think in the end game scenario it wouldn't have made too much of a difference. I just definitely put myself at even more of a disadvantage right now because I only have 2 turns left before the game's over, and I have to either try to take out one of his characters or I have to search that final dungeon and get the final crystal. You'll notice some editing there because I went back and forth on who the rogue was going to attack, whether it be the wizard or the beast. After looking at the beast and noticing that he did have less health, I chose to go after the beast and to try to take him out or to weaken him even more. The rogue had to move and then attack using 2 of my actions. I only got 1 action left, and I only got the wizard. This is the final turn, so I had to debate what to do. I was trying to attack the beast, but I don't have enough actions. I only have 1 action. And the beast is just out of range for a spell attack from my wizard. When the enemy discard pile runs out, you just reshuffle and make a new deck for a new turn. The beast makes a melee attack against my rogue and takes her out, leaving me with only 1 unit. But I am on the final turn of the game. Well, time ran out. I managed to collect 5 crystals. My final crystal is in this dungeon. And as you can see, with a movement of only 3 with the wizard, I had about 4 more turns here that I still had to take. Well, that concludes this fun little game of Tiny Epic Tactics. Thanks for watching.